All right, here we go. So, been a little bit late, but week 4, we're gonna try and make this one quick again. Week 4, Thursday night football was a Dallas at New York Giants game. It was my last dance with Mr. Malik Neighbors, where I got 11 points from him, which was nice. We did end up getting the Dallas defense, only got 4 for Damas Llamas. Brandon Aubrey got 11 points back, goes back at tricks. And then K Dog's kids got big 16 from Dak Prescott, but again, for quarterback time that big, and then 4 for Jake Ferguson. So we had a couple couple people put up some numbers there. And I think yeah. Mm, so I think we'll get to later, but it looks like Malik Neighbors would be the week's fire starter as my team actually won. Anyway, did that one. So week 4, going out for bang, going on all right the next week. Malik Neighbors, week 4 fire starter. The zeros again. We had only like 2 the 1 week, or 3 is it 3 or 3 the 1 week, and then we went back up to like 12, and now this week we had 6 in week 4. With She Rice 4 Adamas Llamas. Hold on a second. That's not. I'm in the wrong freaking year. Hold on. See, this is how long. This is how long I've been doing this stuff for. Got way too many. I got 25, 26. Okay, now week 4. Didn't make any sense. Seattle, Arizona. That's the game I remember. That one, and I did circle the Thursday Night Fire Stars is actually Seattle defense and Kenneth Walker. They gave 11 and 10 points to Bat Girls Bag of Tricks, and then I got Seattle's defense got 11 points from them in both of our wins. So those are the Thursday Night Fire Starters, Kenneth Walker and the Seattle defense. There's a couple other little guys here and there, not a lot. Like Trey Benson only got 4. Jackson Smith and Jigba has, I think it was worst week of the season, only had 8 points. For the zeros, we got 5 zeros with AJ Brown for Carlos. Baltimore's defense is -3 for Carlos. That's like I think the 3rd week in a row that's been a negative score for Baltimore defense. San Francisco defense is a negative as they took on Jacksonville for Blutarski. Jalen Warren was out. They were injured for K Dog's kids. And Green Bay also had -3 at Dallas for the Mayflower. But Carlos gets the biggest 0 because, again, that's like the 3rd week in a row that Baltimore's defense 1, 2, 3 out of 4. 3 out of 4 weeks it's been -3 or worse. -4 last week. For the heroes, my boy Bijan Robinson. Oh my goodness, took the fire that Seattle's defense started, and added some hyper fuel to that baby with 75 yards and a touchdown running and 106 yards receiving for 23 points. And then Mahomes brought the blowtorch with 270 and 4 touchdowns for 26 points to lead my squad, OG Doctor, over the Sickos, 106-85. And then a 51-point blowout. The Beeman, last week's Beeman, Drake May, had 203 and 2 touchdowns, 11 yards rushing, and another touchdown for 23 to lead the squad of double-digit players: St. Brown, Achan, Judkins, and the kicker McLaughlin to a 103-52 win over K Dog's kids. An even bigger blowout. Oh, that's right. An even bigger blowout of 57 points, in which Puka Nacua continued his wide receiver 1 pace with 107 yards and a touchdown for 23 points to lead 6 players with double digits. As both his receivers, Pittman and Leonard, also got double digits to get a 112-65 win over Dr. Montes Tabagan for our Damas Llamas. In the lowest scoring game of the week, we have a combined 138 points, where Romeo Dobbs had 58 yards and 3 touchdowns for 23 points to lead Carlos over Butarski 77-61. And Ashton Genty had his coming out party. Finally had a good game where he anyway. And then Carson Wentz had 23. We'll get to stats in a minute. And then Carson Wentz had 23 to lead King Rich over High Maneuver 103-88. And in a close game, an 8-point win, the pair of 19s from Jalen Hurts and Christian McCaffrey were enough to set the stage for RJ Harvey to pop off on Monday Night Football to secure the win for beating Golf over Full Mooney 93-85. And in the game of the week, a 2-point win for Batgirl's Bag of Tricks Oh, the 104-102 win over the, at that point, undefeated Joski, where she got 18 points from DK Metcalf in Scotland as well. And then a rushing touchdown from Titan, the Jalen Warren, to set up the Dennis Green comeback. We'll get to in a second. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's first one. Yeah. Okay. And then the Beemans for week 4 of this year. There you go. Cam Scadaboo, 79 yards, 11 yards receiving, and a 2-point conversion for 10 points. George Pickens put up 25. I got to double check. I think he might have got 2 years ago. Still trying to dig up that list. Justin Fields had 226 and a touchdown, 81 yards and a touchdown, and a 2-point conversion, 27 points for back goes bag of tricks. Tyler Warren, 70 yards receiving and a rushing touchdown for 13 points for back goes bag of tricks. Xavier Worthy, who actually hasn't got it yet, had 83 receiving, 38 rushing for 11 points for Full Mooney. Also for 4 Full Mooney, Omarion Hampton had 128 and a touchdown and 37 yards receiving for 21 points. And RJ Harvey had 58 yards rushing, 40 yards receiving, a touchdown for 15 points for beating golf. Quinshawn Junkins, a whole bunch of rookie running backs had good days. As again, Omarion Hampton, RJ Harvey, and Cam Scadaboo and Quinshawn Junkins, who had 82 yards and a touchdown and 33 yards receiving for 17 points for the Mayflower. But they were not the best show in town, as that went to my guy, our guy, everyone's guy, Ashton Jeanty, who's actually King Rich's guy, who had 138 yards rushing and a touchdown, plus 17 yards receiving with 2 more touchdowns for 30 points. Huge week for him. He is the week for Willie Beeman, Mr. Jeanty. As for the share, Joski lost by 2 points, 102-104 to back goes bag of tricks. He started Brock Bowers, who only had 4 points, while on the bench, he had Kyle Pitts with 7 yards and a touchdown, who scored 13 points. If he would have started Kyle Pitts, he would have won 111-104. He also started David Montgomery, who had just the 1 point. While on the bench, he had Kenneth Gainwell, who had 99 yards rushing with 2 touchdowns and 35 yards receiving for 24 points. And he would have won 125-104 if he would have started Kenneth Gainwell over David Montgomery. And to add a little more insult to injury, Joski is also the victim of the Dennis Green Monday Night Comeback of the week, as the Batgirls Bag of Tricks win Monday Night Football down 25 points, 77-102 to Joski. She had just Justin Fields going, but he had the 226 and a touchdown and 81 yards rushing with another touchdown and a 2-point conversion, almost all of it in garbage time. And she went to bed. She doesn't stay to watch the whole games on Monday night and Thursday night. She went to bed. She was down. She was a little bummed out. And then Justin Fields put up like 24 points in the final 4th quarter to win 104-102. He outran the entire defense for a 48-yard touchdown on a broken down 4th and 1 late in the 4th quarter. And on the next touchdown pass he had, on the next drive he had a touchdown pass, and he ran a 2-point conversion to get the final 2 points to take down Joski for week 4. That's week 4. Week 5 will be coming in a couple seconds.